Good morning, YouTube. So, currently 3 days out from the NABA Northern Ireland show. Weight this morning was 91.8 kilo, I think, after like 2 or 3 really higher carb days, let's just say. So plan of action today is, I actually don't know yet. Send pictures over to Mark. I'll probably put a picture here too of what I look like this morning. So I'm just kind of waiting for him to get back to me, just to send over the game plan for the day. I had a rest day yesterday. Ideally, I think I'm going to have a chest day today, and then probably do back tomorrow. Friday be probably a rest day, and then obviously show day is on Saturday. So I'm just going to take us through again a full day of eating, probably a training session, and then if I do anything else, probably maybe a small food shop as well. So I'll kind of just get cracking on throughout the day and just see what happens, there's nothing really else there that's going on, so we'll just eat the meals, show you the meals. I don't even know how much food I'm eating. Might be a lot, might be little, I don't know. Yesterday I think it was like maybe 680, 700 grams of carbs maybe. They went down a treat as well, so we'll just see what Mark does. Water wise, food wise. We'll just take it literally step by step, I suppose, meal by meal, and so excited to see what the game of action is as well. So you should get back to me in the next 10-15 minutes, and then we'll get cracking on with the day. So I'll keep you updated. So Mark's just got back to me there, so I'm gonna listen to this and see what he says. And so yesterday, as I said earlier in the previous video, previous clip, got the meals in. The food was fairly decently okay. Still kind of a bit full, still kind of digesting. Alongside things, it was 7 litres of water yesterday as well. So got my hair removal done yesterday as well. I have a bit of a rash here, as you can see. Not too sure what that's all about. But I forced a coat of tan on today as well. So Lauren will come over after work tonight or this evening and do the first layer of tan. Then we'll probably do 2 tomorrow. So we'll probably do 1 tomorrow morning. Well, I'll wake up, send Mark pictures, wash the tan off, and get the second coat on, and then tomorrow evening I'll get another coat on, and then we'll kind of have a look Friday then to see what it looks like. But Friday we'll probably do another 1 or 2 because I want to be a bit darker than last time. So I think last time, one day out, we done 1. So I think this time around we'll just go probably with 2. So we'll probably do then another one Friday morning, and then Friday evening when I get toward to a place we're staying. It's near Belfast, so we'll be staying there. And then we'll I think I'll just probably do my own top coat, because I have to have a shit ton of pro tan there, but then I'll kind of see, because I haven't booked in yet. So we'll just see how everything goes. If worst case scenario, I can just pay on the day, get me top layer done. But I think the tan just probably looks a bit better when you do it yourself. That's just my opinion, but I've only done a handful of shows, so I won't know. But just from personal experience, I'd say doing your own tan kind of does make it that tiny bit better. So Mark just got back to me there, so I'll just let you listen to what he said real quick.
Big boy, good morning. The game plan is in, man. This is excellent. This is fantastic. You're dry, you're tight, but again, we can put more food in, man. For sure, because we're still flat. We're not bursting full at all. So we're gonna need these next couple of days to put more in for sure. I know appetite and gut is gonna allow for it. So have a look, and I'll push you forwards that little bit more at the moment, man.
So as you can see, more food going in today. So I'll kind of read everything off here. So today game plan is 5,280 calories, 285 grams of protein, 891 grams of carbs, so 890 carb, and 64 grams of fat. So obviously protein is going down the closer you get to show. There's just no need for 350, 360, 370 grams of protein. So pretty much all the meals are in. There's extra honey in post-workout meal and in meal 3 as well. And then we've also got cream of rice, but I'm going to use rice pudding for meal 5 and 6 just to keep the volume down, so I can use a bit more water. But I'd say in the pre-workout and post-workout meal, I'll just use normal Train by JP cream of rice, just because I kind of prefer that pre and post personally. And then for the other meals, I will do rice pudding, just because I kind of feel it just sits it doesn't sit better, it just a lower volume, so just easier to get down. You do like a quarter of water. So for example, with probably Train by JP, I'll probably do 1 to 4 1 to 3 ratio, so 100 grams of cream of rice I'd probably do anywhere between 300 and 400 grams of water. But with the likes of rice pudding, 100 grams, you could literally do 100 grams of water, you know what I mean? 150, like 1-to-1 ratio with the ESM rice pudding. So that's probably one of the reasons there as well. And water is at 7 litres today, which is kind of normal. That'll be fairly easy to get in. I already have 400 mils of water there, well, in my cup of tea. I weighed that out first thing this morning after my check-ins, and then yeah, pretty much everything else is the same. Salt is the same, oral's all the same, everything else pretty much the same. So just keep you in loop throughout the day as the day goes on and as the meals go in. Probably won't do any fancy edits in the gym. I'll just keep it raw, just a handful of sets, nothing crazy I don't think. We'll just literally, as they call it, pump workouts. Still going trying hard, but nothing crazy. Have to kind of be smart with these sessions. There's no point going in obliterating yourself this close to show. You're not growing any muscle or anything like that at this point, so we just kind of go in, get the work done and get out. Less is more most of the time. Obviously in the off season, I want to be training as hard as possible, but like when you're this close to show, you kind of just want to not pull back, but just kind of be smart with your training. Don't want to be risking any injuries, and then of course if you're going all out crazy ball deep 2-3 days out, higher risk of injury obviously because you have much lower body fat, and you don't want to be building up that inflammation training super hard then a couple of days out. Of course, as I said earlier, you still need to train to a certain extent fairly hard, but one of these sessions it's just going to be kind of go in, get the work done and get out, you know. What's happening, people? So I'm just making my pre-workout meal. Mark sent over the food, so we've a decent amount of food going in today. So pre-workout meal is going to be 150 cream of rice, 135 chicken, 15 almond butter, 100 veg and 100 banana. So I'm just going to prep this now real quick. It'll take a couple of seconds, and obviously do the veg in the pot. I always cut these thick parts off the end of asparagus, just because they're super thick and they just don't digest for some reason at all. Yeah, anytime I eat the thick parts of the asparagus, they just come back up. I regurgitate it back up. So I always cut the thicker bits off the asparagus. I don't know if you're meant to do that or not, but just for me personally, it just doesn't digest at all. So that's why we do that. So we'll go in with 100 grams of asparagus here. Nice and easy, just kind of just cut them up with my hands or break them in half. So 100 grams on the bottom there, so I'll keep that for later. Then we'll turn the pan and get the pan going. And for me chicken, some spray light, 1 calorie, so I'll do about 4, 1, 2, 3. Coming out. Here we go. So I put up a Q&A on Instagram there the other day. So I'll probably just box off 1 or 2 questions real quick just while the pan heats up. So I'll just go with the first one. Go-to protein powder. Personally, anything from Perform or Train by JP, they're pretty much the only ones I use. Digest the best and the best flavours as well. So I'll kind of just show you what flavours I have. Right, so these are just some of the ones I use. So from the Perform side, I use the Isola, so this is the chocolate brownie batter flavour. I use this pretty good. Then from the JP side, I have the dark chocolate salted caramel. That's a very good one as well. And then this one is a very good one as well. So this is the Performance Isolate once again, white chocolate raspberry. So I kind of just rotate between whatever I feel. I have a couple of other flavours there as well, but they're just there, couldn't be ours getting them. So that's pretty much probably go-to brand wise, I'd say. Flavours, they're all pretty good. From the Perform, probably most favourite one would be probably lemon cheesecake, or cookies and cream. From the Performance Protein from Train by JP, the dark chocolate salted caramel is good. I like there's a cinnamon Danish one that's very good as well, and I think the chocolate pistachio one is good as well. They're all pretty much good. I've never had a bad flavour from either of the brands. The only ones I haven't tried are vanilla flavours. I just personally don't like vanilla, so I don't eat vanilla ice cream, vanilla cream of rice, vanilla protein powder, vanilla anything. I don't really like vanilla, not a vanilla person. I kind of stick to more like fruity chocolate flavours, primarily chocolate, but I do have some like lemon cheesecake and stuff like that, some strawberry raspberry flavours as well, but I kind of just rotate around with what I kind of like, I presume. So pan is pretty much heated up. just add some water into the asparagus and just turn it on. I'll put the lid on. The pan is nice and hot. Bring the heat down. So we're going to go with 135 grams of raw weight chicken. So what way I do this is, I'll just show you this now. Right, so with the chicken, I need 135 grams. Put it on the scale. This is all raw weight. I'll pick up a piece and just cut it off with a scissors till it comes up 135. So that's 133. So we'll put that on the pan. Just cut it up. The smaller the better. Cooks quicker as well. So you can see that's 133. So I just only need another 2 grams. So they're 135 on the scale, so that's 135 grams of raw weight chicken. Hands are covered in chicken, so make sure you don't touch anything else here, and just go wash your hands and stuff like that first. Right, so while I wait for all my food to cook, before we work out meal, I'll answer another question. So, go to off-plan meal or restaurant or takeaway? I don't really have a go-to off-plan. Probably some homemade burgers and chips with some like buns that you buy in the shop, some beef burgers, turkey burgers, and some Halo Top ice cream or whatever. I'm not really much of an off-plan eater. Maybe once or twice a month, if even in the off-season. Probably most of the time probably be sushi or some sort of burger. There's a place called Panda Restaurant. I'll leave a picture of what it is or where it is right here. Unbelievable. They do burgers and sushi, but I think it's a Brazilian restaurant, but very good grub there, so definitely recommend it there. But as I said, most of the time it'd be just homemade food, you know what I mean? So homemade steak and chips, homemade burger and chips, or whatever, fries, sweet potato fries, whatever you want to do. That's probably my go-to. I know I'm fairly bored and stuff like that, but not a big like takeaway guy or whatever. It just doesn't appeal to me at all. I don't know how people kind of go with like Domino's and pizzas and stuff every weekend or a couple of times a week, curries and Chineses and stuff like that. It just not for me. It doesn't appeal to me at all. So yeah, as I said, like most of the time be homemade burger, steak or whatever. And then if I'm going out, probably sushi or burger and chips or steak, you know, that's pretty much it. Pizza the odd time, if Lauren wants a pizza or whatever in the off season, we'll go have a pizza, but not the biggest fan. I'd still eat the pizza, you know what I mean? But yeah, actually talking about pizzas, we're going to Voice after her photo shoot at the end of May, so I'll probably bring the camera there to show you. I had that maybe about a year ago or so, and 10 out of 10. But as I said, homemade burgers, chips, sushi, pretty much ideal off plan for me. Getting fairly vascular now. Still me flapping off filled a tiny bit of water. So actually fairly happy with the way I look here. Right, it's not great, but I'm sure you get the gist. This is how accurate I'm talking about. Yes, people, so chicken is done, veg is done, just have to have cream of rice now. So cream of rice I'm having 150 grams, so I'm just going to try and reduce the kind of food volume as much as I'm having. So usually I would probably have a rice pudding, but for me pre-workout and post-workout meal, I do kind of prefer cream of rice rather than DSN rice pudding. So this is the only reason I'm going to have the cream of rice for pre and the post, and then all the other cream of rice meals will be ESN rice pudding. So we're going to go with probably 3 times the water. So 150 grams of cream of rice, that would be 450 grams of hot boiling water straight from the kettle. So way down the food scale, because I'm tracking water as well, 7 litres of water. So this will go down as part of my water intake for the day. So fill this up right to 450 grams of water. So then I can log it into the app, 450 on the button. Press there. Then we're going to go with 150 grams of cream of rice. Now that's 23, 55, 86, 106, 127, 141, so another 9 grams. 2 more. 1 more gram. There we go. 150 grams of cream of rice. So I'll just show you this here. So we have 150 grams here. Right, so once all that's done, I weigh my water, salt in the morning. So that's my daily salt intake here. So I'll just sprinkle that across the meals. I still have the scales on. So I'm just going to do 2 grams of salt here. So once the scale hits 2, there we go, 2 grams of salt. Put that aside. I thought that I'd just have that making that fall. Now, trusty whisk. This is going to turn out fairly thick, so literally just whisk all the powder with the hot water. So I am doing much less water. Like usually I'll do about 1 to 5, so probably be, if it was a normal day, probably be about 750 grams of hot water here. But as I said, we're trying to reduce food volume. So give that a good mix. It's going to be nice and thick. Sometimes I do prefer more thicker cream or rice, but like when you're fucking starting on prep, you know, you kind of just try and do the little things that kind of just to kind of satisfy the hunger, I suppose, or make your meals last that time a bit longer. Like on prep when you're hungry, if you can make a meal last another 4, 5, 10 bites, whatever the case may be, it'll probably go a long way. And also trying to make your meals as nice as possible as well. So that's pretty much mixed in. That's nice and thick. That's a nice thick consistency. That'll do. So kind of scrape all that off. You have to like this. Unbelievable. Chocolate banana become one of my top favourites. Same with the chocolate orange as well. It's really good. So I'm gonna portion all the meals out and stuff, and I'll show you what the final product looks like. Right, so I'm just gonna show you what else I do. So I need 100 grams of banana. So we'll just chop this up. It's 58. Now, to get the rest. I always kind of just weigh these out because you can't just say one banana on a plant. Sometimes you get bananas that are 80 grams, sometimes you get bananas that are 120 grams, you know, it's a big difference. So I just always weigh it out, and then because I know I pretty much have bananas every training day, I can just leave this in the fridge and it'll be completely fine, you know. Just trying to get 100 on the button. That'll be probably pretty much it. Oh, 29. There, 100 grams on the button of peanut butter. So we'll put that aside. This will go in the bin. Now, this is how you weigh your peanut butter, so, or almond butter, whatever you want to have. I have 15 grams. So what you need to do is put your peanut butter on the scales first and press here. You don't just put it and then, so you'll see here, when you take it out, it'll go into a minus. So you can see -7, so that's 7 grams. We actually be running out. 11, so we need 4 more. That's 14, so another gram of peanut butter. Now 15 grams on the button. So what that allows you to do is lift the spoon. Because I know a lot of people would do it the other way around, and then there'd probably be anywhere between 5 and 12, 15 grams of peanut butter left on the spoon, and then they'll eat it. If you do that every day, 15 grams, like an extra 10 grams of peanut butter is what? Roughly 65 calories, you know? So you have an extra 65 calories over the course of the week. That's a couple of 100 calories adding up fairly quick without you even realising. So that's just a little tip. Right, that's my meal pretty much done. So I'll mention once again, 135 grams of raw weight chicken with 100 grams of asparagus. We've got 150 grams of cream of rice with 100 grams of banana and 15 grams of almond butter. So I'm going to go upstairs, turn some YouTube on, eat this, probably weigh about an hour and a half or so, and then we'll go ahead to the gym. We've got a chest day today, so it'll be good. There's another half a litre of water coming down as well. I'll log this all onto the app as well once I'm done. So keep us updated. Probably do the video of making my intra-workout drink as well. So yeah. Yes, people. So intra-workout and pre-workout drinks going down. So 600 mils of water. I've got 5 grams of glutamine, 5 grams of creatine. I double up on the hydration drink. So 10 grams of HydroFlow, 20 grams of EAAs. And then we've done 10 grams of pumpage as well in the pre-workout drink as well. So I'm also it's quite warm out. So I'm also going to add 2 grams of salt into the workout drink as well. Yes, people. So back from the gym. I'm sure you would have seen a couple of gym videos and stuff. So I'll probably put some pictures here and here of what I look like post workout. Mark was happy, so I'm just making a post workout meal now. I'm gonna get this for Brian. I'm fucking starving. But good session. The food was definitely doing its thing from the last 2 or 3 days, and even from this morning's pre-workout meal. It's a good bit of food going in today. So definitely feel like kind of getting more full and shit. Over it's very fucking shit here, but yeah, definitely feel it here. So can't complain at all. So get this post workout into me. Feel wild about the new podcast, so I'm gonna go watch that. And it's gonna be a good meal, so I'm gonna go down a tree, so I'll show you the meal when it's done. Yes, people, so post-workout meal going down. We've got 150 grams of cream rice. We've got 100 grams of berries. So what I'm gonna do is do 50 grams of blueberries. So we'll do the blueberries first. So we do one more, 55, and then we'll do the rest in frozen raspberries. So 100 grams of fruit. Yeah, 100. Then we're also going to do 35 grams of whey in this meal. So I'm going to weigh my water out. So 35 grams of whey, I'm going to do 35 grams of water. So I'm going to weigh this out as well. Yeah, 36. So then what you do is just give that a good mix. You get that fudge sludge consistency. Yeah, there we go. So it kind of just looks like this. Then we're just going to throw it right over the cream rice. Now, there we go. Oh, that looks fucking delicious. Smells fucking great too. I'm gonna lick this cup out after here. So that'll do. I'll finish this after. Then we've got 20 grams of honey as well. So we're going with this 100% organic. Yeah, don't know how organic it is or whatever it is, but yeah, so we'll do 20 grams of this. Yeah, 20 grams on the, that's the honey done. And then we're also going to do 10 grams of almond butter as well. So 10 grams of almond butter. Hopefully I have 10 grams left. If not, I'll have to open up another one. Yeah, we're going to have to open up another one, but it's all good. Well, we actually have 10. No, we won't. We've got 6, so we'll do 6. That's what I've been. So we've got 6 grams of that. So we just need 4 grams of, I'll use this peanut butter just because it's already open. So 4 grams of this. A bit more. Now 4 grams. Bing bong. That is going to be fucking banging, lads. My God. Give you a nice little up close and personal view with this. Oh, come here to me, lads. What we saying? This looks absolutely delicious. Once again, macros and stuff and everything for this meal will be here as well. So catch us for the next meal. What's happening, guys? So back for meal number 3. Meal number 3. So we've got 150 grams of cream of rice. We've got 2 whole eggs. We've no egg whites with this meal. Instead, just to reduce food volume, we're going to go with protein powder. So performance protein from Trained by JP. We're going to do 25 grams of this as well. As I said earlier, we're reducing a protein intake, just that there's no need for high protein. So I'm doing 150 grams of the Perform Red Velvet red velvet cake flavour. As I ran out with a Trained by JP chocolate and that was already open, so I've another 2 or 3 tubs there, but I just don't want to open it fresh until these ones are done because they're just taking up space in the press. So we're going to go with 25 grams of this bad boy. So I'm just going to literally sprinkle it on top to get 25 grams. Yeah, 25 grams. That's perfect. Get the almighty whisk out and just literally whisk the fuck out of it. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Some show the big man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this like.
Right, so as you can see, this is all mixed in. 25 grams away. As I say, always lick the bleeding whisk. Beautiful. Even though it's only 25 grams away, you do really taste the raspberry flavour of this, which is good. Right, all this protein is mixed. So we have 100 grams of berries. So once again, we're going to go with 60 grams of blueberries. So 55, and then maybe up to 100. We're going to go with some frozen raspberries. Now 100 on the button, we don't miss here. And then obviously then we're going to go with some honey. We've got 20 grams of honey, so literally layer this on top. 20 grams. Now 20 grams of honey as well. So we'll run through the meal again. 150 cream of rice, 25 whey, 100 berries, 20 honey, and 2 eggs as well. The eggs are done as well, so I'll put them onto the plate and enjoy. I'll see you for the next meal. What's happened, people? So I have some time to kill, so I'm going to answer a few more of these questions. So another question there: key things to a successful prep. Key things to a successful prep, I'd say time management would be probably the most important. Being organised and stuff like that. Having like a good routine, probably number one, to be fair. Well, that will kind of link in with time management as well. So kind of having like everything set for each day. Ideally, if you can do everything at the same time every day, be perfect. So wake up at the same time, go to sleep at the same time, do your cardio at the same time, eat meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 at the same time, train at the same time, water intake, everything at the same time. So I think kind of that would be probably a key thing to a successful prep. And then obviously following your coach's orders if you've got a coach. So no cheating off plans, not doing too much as well. Sometimes less is more. So that's probably what I'd say that would be a key thing to a successful prep, to be fair. So another stupid question: any form or tablet aid fat loss or supplement aid fat loss quicker? A calorie deficit is the only form of supplement and tablet you can take for fat loss. Oh, we've gotten a good one. Favorite core flavor / combination. So obviously cream rice flavor. I don't know. There's a good few there, so I'd probably go with the Train by JP. Cookies and cream, lemon meringue, and sticky toffee pudding. But recently I have been liking the chocolate orange and chocolate banana. And then with the combinations, so let's say you're going with the cookies and cream or chocolate flavors, definitely some peanut butter, banana, cinnamon. That'd be probably my go-to. And or if you're doing whey, then instead of chicken, like I do my chicken on the side. So if you're going with whey, I'd go probably with similar or matching flavour. So like if you're doing a chocolate flavoured cream or rice, like you could probably go with like a chocolatey peanut buttery flavoured protein powder, cookies and cream protein powder. So that's what I'd say. So I'd personally go, let me think, cookies and cream, no, sticky toffee pudding, cream of rice with cookies and cream, Train by JP performance isolate with peanut butter and banana. I think that'd be my go-to with some cinnamon on top, of course. Yeah, that'd be my go-to. Right, we've got another one. So, favourite bodybuilder and which bodybuilder inspired you the most to start bodybuilding? Fucking hell. Bodybuilding about 5 times in that sentence. Favourite bodybuilder? I don't even know. Like current. If we're gonna go with current bodybuilders, I'll probably go with, I don't know, Nick. I'm gonna go with Nick Walker. I like Nick. People hate on him and stuff like that, but I love Nick. So I'd say Nick is my current favourite bodybuilder. From the past, gotta be probably Ronnie, to be fair. And which bodybuilder inspired you to start? Nobody really. I didn't really start bodybuilding because of seeing bodybuilders, but if there was one that I kind of watched when I first started, it'd definitely be Rich Piana. I know he wasn't like much of a competitor or whatever, but his Big Up Body Day videos are fucking unbelievable. So I'd say I'd probably go with Rich Piana, to be fair. That inspired me, but like he's just like one of the first lads that I kind of start watching when I got into training like years ago. So I'd say we'll just go with Nick Walker, who's just current. Past kind of that I kind of looked up to, I suppose. Probably go Ronnie. Just them training videos are fucking incredible. And then maybe Dorian Yates as well. Probably it'd be Ronnie or Dorian, and then whoever inspired me or that I started kind of watching first would be Rich Piana, I would say. Right, last one is the juiciest one, current gear stack, PED stack. So I won't give any dosages, but I'll just kind of run through them. So test, mast, tren, GH, clen, T3, T4, and then we've also added in some Winnie and Anavar for the last like 6-7 weeks as well. So once again, won't give any dosages or nothing like that, but it's nothing crazy. It's like on the low side. So yeah, that's the current stack, I suppose. If you want to know that, but we won't get into those just because people will follow what you tell them to do, and it won't end well for them because just to the fact that they don't know what they're doing, and people are idiots. Just while I have time, I'll run off some Instagram ones as well that I'll put up. So Ruth asks, piece you'd like Westside to gym to get. So that's the gym I train in. I don't know. Probably like everything other than what we have would be great. So anything like from the likes of Prime, Nautilus, Atlantis would be great. Ideally, if you're going by body part, probably go with a Cybex hack squat, a Cybex pivot leg press, then a Prime upper back row. I think it's a Nautilus pull down. And then for chest, I'm not really picky with chest, to be fair. I don't even know. Maybe Prime incline press. I'm sure there's the Cybex, the pin selectorized press is nice. Some of the hammer strength incline presses are fairly good as well. Gym music playlist, I just kind of turn on whatever. So most of the time I listen to kind of rap or whatever, and then sometimes kind of some UK grime. So that's pretty much it. And then Ryan asks, how do you usually handle post-show cheat meals or slow reverse? Well, I don't really like, how do I handle post-show? You just get on with your day, eat what's on your meal plans. So I don't really understand that question. The people kind of just go, well, I presume so. I know people that have done that, but just follow your meal plan. That's how you handle post-show. And then cheat meals, don't really do cheat meals, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. And then yeah, slow reverse out of a show is probably going to be the best for muscle gain, I suppose. There's no point ramping the food up triple to what you've been eating and just getting a shit ton of water retention, getting fat 3-4 weeks post show, and what you have to do a mini deficit again just doesn't seem logical for me to kind of do that. So kind of a slow reverse out, bring this food up slowly, keep the cardio in, reduce it as the weeks go on, as the food goes up. So that's probably my bit of advice there for post show. So that's pretty much most of the questions. They only got about 5 or 6, well, got a handful of questions there, but plenty of stupid ones that we won't be answering. So yeah, I'm gonna chill here for another 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna go get my tan done, and then I'm gonna get cracking on to meal number 4. Yes, people, meal number 4 going in. So we've got 150 grams of rice, 135 grams of chicken, 15 grams of peanut butter, and we've got 100 grams of blueberries here as well. So gonna get tucked right into this. Nice and tanned. Back for meal number 5. So we've got 500 grams of potato, we've got 135 grams of lean beef mince, and 100 grams of asparagus. And then in here we've got 60 grams of rice pudding from ESN, 50 grams of raspberries, 50 grams of blueberries, and 15 grams of peanut butter. So once again, the macros and stuff be on the screen here. So it's meal 5. Get this into me, and then I'll update you with meal number 6. What's happening, guys? So back for meal number 6, last meal. So pretty much the same as the last meal, but instead of mince beef chicken. So I'll run through what I have. 500 grams of potato, 135 grams of chicken, and then in this bowl we've got 60 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of blueberries, and then a mix of peanut butter and almond butter, so 15 grams in total. As you can see, it looks fucking delicious. So I'm gonna get this in. Macros for this meal will be here, and then macros for the entire day will be here. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe and thumbs up and send it to your nanny and all that. Bye. There's Lauren's hand. Bye.